What's up everybody, Scion here. We are back with another powerful EXILE video. Yeah, apparently I released a Hydrosphere video about a month ago. It's a showcase of the skill itself. Apparently you guys kinda like it, and same goes to me as well. The skill itself is pretty cool looking and the damage output is pretty strong as well. So it depends on how you use the skill itself. I actually started off with a lot of try and errors, like I hand casted Hydrosphere with freezing pulse at first. Yeah, but it doesn't work that well, so that's why I switched to cast on crit around level 60 plus and something. Sorry for the late follow-up video. Yeah, apparently I'm doing this just for part-time and I'm not a full-time content creator, so that's why a bit slow in terms of my video output. So if you guys are interested to watch this kind of future content like powerful EXILE, any gaming related contents, do remember to subscribe and drop a like. Yeah, apparently there's a lot of viewers is not subscribed to this channel. But yeah, it do help, and to drop a comment if you really like these kind of videos, and yeah, drop a like too. Yeah, it does help the channel grow. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So this is her. She's called Shiranui on this league, yeah, and she's now level 94. I actually started off with hand casting Hydrosphere with a wand and a shield. I've been using like Hydrosphere and then along with freezing pulse linked with elemental proliferation support and GMP. Apparently the damage output for the skill itself is not that strong, so that's why I switched to cast on crit at the middle of the league, which is around level 60 plus. I started off with using Death Heart bow, yeah, for the basic crit chance bow that I need. Kinda high crit chance for this unique bow for leveling. So, and then a tabula. When I reached to around to level 55, I got myself a red snatch. Yo, so this is the basic equipments that kickstart my cast on crit build. Sooner or later, when I got some basic currency, I will start to craft this bow instead. So my recommendation of the bow, right, is better to get a spine bow or a bone bow because of the balance of the crit chance and the attacks per second of the bow itself. So I crafted this around level 70, I believe, and I kinda lucky at first. I actually got socketed gems which supported by level 20 cast on crit, which is kinda important. You need this mod to cast on crit, and actually it does save out some of the gem sockets that you need. You do need to put in this cast on crit support, yeah, with this mod right here. So the other remaining two mods that you require, which is the increased critical strike chance for the bow itself, the base of the bow, which is important. Basically you need to crit to unleash the skills that you have right there. So increased critical strike chance is kind of important to have, and it's preferable to have a higher mod, which is a tier 1. Yeah, if tier 2, maybe you can try to like considering the third mod. If it's good, then maybe you can use it. If it's not, I suggest you to reroll the entire thing, or just annual it away and you reroll the secondary mods and stuff. I got a critical strike chance first before I got attack speed, so which is okay, yeah, because crafted attack speed, right, which is the highest rank, right, it requires one result of the crafting material. Yeah, if you have attack speed tier 1, which is easier to craft increased critical strike chance, which is a cheaper way to get that. Yeah, and other than that, just get a global critical multiplier and some stuff, yeah, which is great enough. Yeah, I'm just lucky to get these mods right here. And you do need the increased physical damage on the bow itself, because you don't need the damage from the bow, you just need the critical chance, attack speed, and global critical multiplier, and that's all. Yeah, if you got this kind of mods, is good enough already. So you can spend more fusing into this bow, or you can just buy the bow, but it's kind of expensive by the way. So yeah, so just 6-link this bow if you can. After you get 6-link, it's time to switch to this bow, which is a lot better than before. Before you have this crafted bow, right, you are forced to use Death Hearts and tabula as well. When you're using tabula, you need to use cast on crit support gems and increased critical strike chance support to have a consistency cast on crit when you are low level. It's kind of wasted 2 sockets of the gems right here. So that's why my recommendation is to get the bow first, so that you can put your main skill, which is Glacial Cascade from me in this case. Yeah, because Glacial Cascade is my primary damage output, followed by Hydrosphere right here. So I will explain why is it turned out to be this way. Yeah, before this I was socketed Glacial Cascade along with Hydrosphere right here. Yeah, apparently the damage output is not that strong as I just switch it right here. So that's why I switch my Hydrosphere out and move it to my helmet, which is the Ascendant Chan. When you attack a bow, it will trigger any socketed spell inside this helmet, so which is kind of ideal for Hydrosphere, because you actually separated Hydrosphere with my main cast on crit Glacial Cascade. So this acts like a secondary damage output and a support skills for my Glacial Cascade. Yeah, so this way is kind of pretty good in a way, because Hydrosphere is compared to Orb of Storms, right? Orb of Storm, you have to go personally very close to the mobs and stuff, so that's the bad stuff that we don't want, because we are range and we are not like a melee kind of thing. So dropping Orb of Storms that close range, right, is kind of tough and it's kind of not so ideal. So that's why Hydrosphere allows us to drop the sphere from far away. So I casted a Hydrosphere right here, and then if I recast another Hydrosphere again, it will just move the Hydrosphere to this side. So it doesn't recast the Hydrosphere, it just moves the Hydrosphere from place to place. As you can see right here, I can just drag the sphere here and there, and it seems like it's like damaging output, right? It's kind of consistent, right? And it does damage the mobs along the way while you're moving this Hydrosphere. So that's the strong point for Hydrosphere compared to Orb of Storms. So yeah, so let's get back to our gears right here. So first thing first, get the bow, and then secondly, get the armor itself, which is kind of ideal. This unit is not that expensive, to be honest, and you do need to get 6 link at first. You just need to get 6 link for the bow itself, which is your primary damage output. So get the bow itself first, and then you can just wear rat's nest during leveling, and then slowly you can switch your tabula to Carcass Jack for more like life. You got resistance, and you got increased area effect and damage as well. So because Glacial Cascade and Hydrosphere is scaled by AoE, so this armor is pretty interesting that you scale both of your skills together. And I did try out some of the skills out there, like Vortex and then Ice Nova, and also I tried to like combo with Storm Core. I'm playing Hydrosphere with just pure cold damage. Yeah, so if you got any lightning damage in your build, right, I recommended you to remove the lightning damage away. If not, it will screw up some of your damage output right here. Apparently it does output a bit lower. What? I'm just recording. Okay, so basically if you are Nande, and this entire build is scaled towards cold damage. If you got lightning damage, right, basically your Hydrosphere will convert 50% of the physical damage to lightning damage and 50% to cold damage, which means that it reduces the damage by half. So yeah, it's not that ideal as well. I did try out the custom crit with Hydrosphere and then Glacial Cascade and with Storm Core, so that I can proc cold and lightning together. It does work, but apparently it's a bit harder to scale the damage, so that's why I ditched the element of lightning and I just scale towards cold damage, which is a lot easier than scaling 2 elements together. The next thing you're gonna get is this amulet. Yeah, it does increase your damage quite a lot, and then it does shield enemies on hit, so, and also blind enemies on hit as well. This will increase your survivability. So if you got money to spend, you can just get this amulet as soon as possible as well. If you don't, you can just use a rare amulet with life and then global critical strike chance and multiplier. There's a very generic setup for a custom crate, which is good as well. After this one, you can actually get Ascendant chance. So basically other stuff is just rare gears that you want to craft. In this league, harvest crafting is not that bad to obtain. Yeah, I've been grinding so much of harvest crafting, that's why my video is kind of slow. Yeah, RNG is not on my side, but thank god it does speed up some of my gears at first. So I'm using a Shaper Diamond Ring, which has the level 12 assassin mark when you hit a rare or unique enemy. This is pretty important in terms of like a damage output, and also it does provide you a consistency of a critical strike chance when you hit a rare bosses and stuff. Please craft this if you can, and of course if it's better, you can get a Vermilion ring or a Opal ring for that. But apparently Shaper Opal ring and Shaper Vermilion ring is kind of costly, so that's why I stick with Diamond ring as well. And Diamond ring, it does provide you a global critical strike chance, which is not that bad as well, because you need a consistency of critical strike chance to unleash your custom crit. And try to get spell damage, which is kind of important. Spell damage, cold damage, and then whichever mods that you want, and of course life as well. So the other ring is up to you. Apparently this ring is just a support ring that I have right here. Yeah, I got life, I got spell damage, and the other mods right there is just to provide me a consistency of like a life leech and mana gain. Yeah, so if you do want, if you want more damage, you can actually get a better ring than this one. Yeah, this one is just a placeholder for whatever future rings that are gonna improve, but I think I kind of like this. It's more like a quality of life ring that I have right here. And the only thing I need to improve as soon as possible, which is my cure right here. Yeah, I got a very high tier life and I got a very high tier global critical multiplier, which is good, but I don't have a high tier of a global critical strike chance. It's just only tier 3. maybe you can get the one with frenzy charge on critical strike chance. Yeah, so that one is pretty good as well. It does provide you a consistency of frenzy charges when you crit an enemy, and of course we crit quite often because we are playing class on crit. So having that mod, right, which is kind of ideal as well, but too bad, I just leave it for now. And followed by the rare glove right here. Yeah, apparently you need to have some sort of accuracy rating in your gears. So glove is one of the way to get it. So I try to get tier 1 accuracy rating because we are relying on cast on crit on our barrage right here. So we need to have high chance of hit to scale our consistency of critical strike chance. So that's why accuracy rating is kind of important as well, and that's the reason why we are using precision aura for more accuracy rating and then increased critical strike chance. Don't worry about barrage damage and stuff, it does look pretty weak right here. So the damage output is apparently is in Glacial Cascade and Hydrosphere as well. So the next thing is your belt. As usual, you get more life and resistance and stuff. So if I want to upgrade this belt, actually I can get cold damage in this belt. So if I'm able to get Harvest Craft for cold modifier, so I definitely get cold damage from in this belt because my prefix is empty. Yeah, I have empty slot for prefix and my suffix are all capped, so definitely I will get cold damage. The only left cold modifiers on in my belt, right, is definitely cold damage for this one. So this belt is pretty strong in a way. I got life, I got damage, like increased damage against hit against chill enemies, which is great because we always chill and freeze enemy with this build. So and get strength if you want to because it does give you more strength to use steel skin. As for the boost itself, try to get life, resistance, and movement speed 30% because we are a ranged character, so definitely 30% increased movement is important. So yeah, for the enchant of the boots, right, this one is the best one already. Increased critical strike chance if you haven't crit recently, so this allows us to provide a consistency critical strike chance because we need to crit in order to generate more crit chance. Other than that, the enhance for the gloves, right, you can get anything you want, but in my opinion, commanded of blades on hit is the pretty interesting one as well because it's easier to scale this skill itself. You see, right, commanded of blades, it does provide me a lot of damage right here because of my hatred aura and stuff, and this one is like physical converted to cold damage skill. Of course, if you don't have this kind of rare glove, right, you can start out with this one as well. This unique glove does provide you assassin hit on mark. Yeah, so it's a cheap budgeted unit that you can use for leveling kind of thing, and it does provide you a bit of life and a bit of a dodge spell on hits, and of course it does provide you a global accuracy rating, which is kind of all well-rounded for starting cast on crit characters. To summarize everything, get a bow first and then get the armor itself, and then you get the amulet too. Then followed by Ascendant Chan, and then your glove, then the others here as well, whichever comes with it doesn't matter. Yeah, so so let's jump right into the skill gems right here. So basically this will be my main primary damage right here. I'm using a divergent of a Glacial Cascade right here. So the reason why I'm using this one because the final burst deals more damage, that's all. Yeah, and it does provide you a better damage output for this one. So followed by Consecrated Effect Support, and then Hydropomia, Cold Penetration, Inspiration for this one, the alternative one, Anomalous one, and then Barrage as well, Divergent Barrage. So the reason why I'm using Concentrated Effect Support on this one other than increased area effect, because most of the things are cleared by Hydrosphere, so I don't need more area effect for this skill right here. I got Herald Eyes in terms of like helping me to clear up the mobs right there. So what I need for this skill is actually just single target damage. So that's why I socketed with Concentrated Effect Support right here, and I'm just lazy to switch these skills away back and forth. So that's why I just leave it right here, and my damage is pretty strong for all the normal mobs in tier 60 maps, so I don't really need another increased area effect on this one. So even Hydrosphere itself can clear out most of the mobs in tier 60 maps, so I think that's fine and good enough already. So yeah, as for Hypothermia, it just increased the damage over time, 39% more damage with hits and ailments against chill enemies. Cold Penetration for more damage, and then Inspiration for more consistency of critical strike chance. This one is pretty interesting, yeah, and it does increase your damage output for elemental damage too. So that's why this one is a good to have. And then followed by Hydrosphere. Actually, I socketed Hydrosphere with my main skill right here. Yeah, apparently the damage output is not as strong as this setup, so that's why I try to like split Hydrosphere into a secondary skill, which is my Ascendant Chan right here. Hydrosphere will be socketed by Control Destruction Support because you no longer need to crit to unleash the skill. you will definitely unleash the skill by attack with a bow. So this Hydrosphere will definitely be cast when you attack any skills with the bow itself. And then followed by, of course, Hydrosphere as well. It will give more cold damage because we are chilling and freezing again. And as for the last one, it's up to you. I'm using the Emolius one because of the 7-second cooldown of this Void Sphere. Yeah, so that's why I can craft more often for this one. So it depends on you. If you don't want to use Void Sphere, you can feel free to remove this one and socket any like maybe a support gem to this one so that you can get better AoE for Hydrosphere. Okay, let's go to our armor right here. So we are using Steel Skin and then increased duration, Empower support, second wind, and dash along with Arcane Surge. Our Arcane Surge is level 11 because we requires you to have 80 mana to trigger Arcane Surge. Whenever I move around, I will trigger my Steel Skin, and I of course at the same time I'm dashing around as well, so that's why it's more than enough to trigger Arcane Surge for me already. And power support is up to you. If you don't have your armor at 6 link, right, you can socket with any stuff if you want to. Right now my Steel Skin is level 22, and of course my dash is level 22 as well, so which means that my Steel Skin does provide me like 2.6k damage reduction. Yeah, so that's why it's better to get Empower right here. So if you don't want and you don't have the 6 link one, it doesn't matter, don't worry about that. This is just like a luxury kind of thing. So yeah, as for the ring itself, yeah, I just put a Wild Grace right here. If you don't have, this fine as well. Followed by the glove, this will be my buff, damage buff. So Hatred, and then Herald of Ice and Precision, and followed by Frost Shield. Yeah, Frost Shield basically is just here to increase the damage of my spell, like increase critical strike chance. So without the Frost Shield, I will have 54% of crit chance for my spells, but Hydrosphere will be lesser because of the Control Destruction support right here. So with Frost Shield, I will get to 54%, and then my Glacial Cascade will have 62%, which is a lot better. Yeah, and make sure that you craft this mod onto your glove as well, because all your AoE skill gems, right, is socketed right here. So that's why I get all the +1 level from my mod on the glove itself. As for the boots, I'm using Ice Golem to get more critical strike chance and accuracy rating as well, and supported with second wind, and then Cowling Strike, and then using Frost Bomb as well. Because Frost Bomb, it does provide you a cold exposure, applies 25% to cold resistance, and it does reduce the regeneration of the shield and life as well. Yeah, so that's why this one is good for bossing, and especially for ritual leaks. Other than that, we are good to go. As for the flask, I'm using a diamond flask. Yeah, it's pretty normal for the crit build to have. And then as Theory promised, this one will have a lot of a damage boot for you, and it does provide you some KO resistance. And followed by Quartz Flask for more dodge and spell hits. And as for the fourth flask, it's up to you. Yeah, I'm using this one because I actually got this by random, and I found that this is not a bad flask to use because it does increase cold damage as well, and it does provide me some of the avoid elemental elements, which is great as well. So yeah, as for the fifth one, yeah, just an instant divine flask, that's all. And then Pantheon, yes, I'm using Soul of the Brine King, yeah, so that I don't get combo stun. So as for the small one here, Soul of Raziel, yeah, so basically I only got like one flask right here. That's why I'm using this one, because sometimes I tend to be panic. So this one is just allow me to spam my flask more often. Yeah, so other than that, you can use whatever you want, the small one. So this is the skill tree that I'm using right now. So basically I'm level 94. I'm actually using a custom jewels right here. If you don't plan to use a custom jewel, it does work as well. It's not a mandatory to get a custom jewel to make this build work. The reason why I'm getting this custom jewel because this one right here, the cold conduction, so it does apply shock onto my enemies as well. So basically this one is just more like a bit of a damage boost right here with a small investment. Yeah, so followed by blast freeze. Yeah, so it does spread the freeze to other enemies with the radius of 12, which is kind of interesting. Just a quality of life thing and survivability. And of course, one more jewel socket, which is great. I got more life, can get more spell damage, right, and more crit multiplier as well. So basically you start off at the center right here, so you move all the way out here to the assassin side, and then you get all the nodes right here, get all the life, and go out all the way here, get some life here, and get some damage right here. Make sure you get all the generic nodes like life and strength and stuff, so you can move all the way here to get intelligence as well and mana regeneration, which is great as well. So once you are here, move all the way down here and go all the way down here. You can get more life from this one. And then you go all the way down here again, you get more attack speed, accuracy rating, and then more life as well. So, and this one you can take it whenever you are ready. Yeah, so after that you can just move all the way down here, get the life here, and then stop here, right here, because you don't need the critical strike chance here at first. You are kind of low level at the moment, right? So there's no point getting critical strike chance. You have to get a consistency of damage output going, right? So just go all the way here, get increased spell damage, increased AoE, and then go all the way down here, get this one as well, very consistency of scaling damage right here. So after a while, if you feel like you are critting quite often already, right? So that's the time when you get your increased critical strike chance of the skill nodes right here, and then you get all the remaining nodes right here. I'm using this one, Intuition Leap Unique Gem, to get these nodes right here. Yeah, it does save up some of the skill points right here. So without this one, you can actually socket it with a rare jewel right here. So basically my jewels are like this one. Make sure you get spell damage, and then critical multiplier with CoC skills, and then increase maximum of life. So if you got something extra like increase attack speed and whatever, right, that one is just a bonus. So if you get this kind of 3 mods, right, I don't think it's that expensive. Yeah, I bought this jewels kind of cheap in a way. So there are some selling like few Exile, but that one is too overpriced. Yeah, I actually bought this like around 40 to 70 chaos. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, definitely it's not 1 Exile and above. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Yeah, the only thing that is kind of expensive right now, right, is the custom jewel for this one. So this one might be a bit of a costly. Yeah, so as I said, you do need custom jewel to make it work. So this one is a unique jewel for barrage. Yeah, this one is allow you to have more barrage consistency. For example, right, if I take this off, my barrage will be a dead straight on. You see, right, my barrage doesn't have more variation right here. So basically my barrage is just a straight barrage. So with this unique jewel, right, for barrage, right, this allows you to fire more barrage after and before for that from the attacks. So as you can see, that's the reason why my barrage is so scattered around. So because of this unique jewel, so you just only need to get one. As for the main ascendancy that I took is Assassin first. So you go all the way here, the first ascendancy that you're gonna get, right, the points. Yeah, make sure you spend on the assassin. If you got more skill to spend and you're more comfortable, right, you can go to the Path of the Shadow. This will provide you more passive skill points to spend. Yeah, so you got 1 here and you got 2 more here, which means that you got 3 more passive skill points to spend on your tree. If you're not in a rush, you can get Inquisitor first, because Inquisitor, it does provide you some survivability and damage as well. Apparently assassin got a buff in this league. Yeah, and it does change some of the nodes right here. Elusive now is 10% gain elusive on critical strike chance. So 10% chance to gain elusive on critical strike chance is pretty insane though. So since we are critting quite often, right, we will definitely get elusive buff everywhere we go. So elusive buff, it does provide you 50% chance to dodge attacks, and then it does increase your movement speed by 30%. So if you move a lot faster, you can dodge a lot of stuff faster, and of course it does increase your clearing speed as well. And other than that, just a basic critical chance and power gain on critical strike chance, which is great as well. So if you can crit quite often, right, you don't have to yeah, you don't have to like care about elemental reflex and stuff already. So you won't be get reflected damage if you critting quite often with that. And I will leave the Path of Building build link at the description down below. Feel free to take it and modify it if you want to. Yeah, so in the future I believe there will be more AoE skills that work well with Hydrosphere as well. So right now I only found this way, which is not that bad. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, because I cleared out some of the content already. Maybe in the future I will share the footage of a Maven fight, but who knows. Yeah, so this is it, and that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me at the comment down below. I will definitely answer them. And if you guys kind of like this kind of content, feel free to drop me a like and subscribe if you haven't too. It does help the channel grow a lot. And apparently there's a lot of viewers that's not subscribed to this channel yet. I'm kind of sad, man. Actually, I'm doing this as a part-time content creator, as a hobby and a passion to me. Yeah, who knows, in the future I'll do more and I'm able to do this as a full-time. But yeah, and I will leave you guys here with all the Shaper and Guardian skills. Who knows, I will create a follow-up video for Hydrosphere as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I still haven't taken down Maven yet, and I'm going to. So, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye guys.
I've got a moment's respite.
force my hand again, little mouse.
Have nothing more to give. Stay close. They're coming through. Stay close. I have nothing more to give. To me, exile, quickly! Can not help but a moment's respite.
What's up everybody, Shiranui here. Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. So today we're gonna talk about Chow or Takaglia. I actually got him for my PT pool last week. Yeah, I was aiming for Ningguang on his banner, but then I got him instead. The challenge is you need to manage his cooldown and then you need to switch him around with your party members. You need